If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
All right, Tops, give it up for Brendan Iambadejo, Tom Zbikowski, and Jason Phillips. This has to feel better, and I'll start to my right. I'll start with Jason. This has to feel better after a victory. Like, I assume that if Brendan had texted you and you guys hadn't come out victorious, it probably would have been like, bro, I don't think so. I think I got other things to do.
You got to do it either way, but it definitely is a lot more fun after a win.
Tom, that was it was a first for this era of Ravens football, I guess. A victory over Ben Roethlisberger. It had to be as exciting as a regular season game can get.
No, yeah, it definitely was. It was a good start to the season.
Look at Tom Zbikowski, everybody.
Make love to the mic, Tom. And I gotta get like an inch away from the microphone. Tom Zbikowski, the most interesting man in the world. I gotta talk like this the whole time?
Yeah, exactly like that.
To the mic, buddy.
But yeah, what was that generic answer you were giving me a second ago?
It was a great team win.
Was it?
Opening week.
Did you give 110%?
No, I never do. Only 100.
You know the funny thing though was that Tommy he had his heart broke on Saturday night.
What happened? Oh, because of Notre Dame.
His heart was pulled out of his chest, thrown onto the ground, and stomped on.
I thought we had it wrapped up.
I was asking the other day, and I said this to Tom.
And I was crushed.
In a press conference, I said, are you thoroughly embarrassed that Notre Dame lost to South Florida? At this point, I assume if you weren't thoroughly embarrassed, it's over, right? It's just over.
No, it's never over. They got a good team. They just need to win.
How much you guys, is it life or death? You know, Jason, you're a TCU guy. How much is it that you guys are paying attention on a day-to-day basis to what's going on?
With what?
You're back with school. With college.
That answers it.
Yeah, right, with football.
That just answered it.
Jason didn't even almost come to work on Sunday after his team lost.
Yeah, we've been a big defensive team, and we gave up way too many points. I was a little disappointed. I almost just set that one out and stay home.
It's 3 years too late. They're still missing Jason Phillips.
Oh yeah, that's always going to be.
But when my team lost, I just got up out of bed and I just shook it off.
Well, you're used to it at this point.
Yeah, but you've been in school like 25 years.
In New Heisel, you know, he was here with the Ravens. He was the offensive coordinator with the Ravens in 2007, and I don't know how long he was here, but leaves the Ravens, goes to UCLA. I'm like, yes, we got an NFL coach. We're gonna go kick some butt.
No good.
At golf.
No good.
Not at football.
What kind of national championships? Do you have like a water polo national championship at UCLA?
Dude, we have more national championships at UCLA than any other NC2A Division I program. We have the most. Some of them are underwater basket weaving.
Right.
Some are horseshoes, but they all count. At the end of the day, they all count.
They're all national championships. All right, Tom, Jason, I asked Brendan earlier, was there a moment yesterday that you realized this is going to be a blowout? This is absolutely...
First offensive play of the game.
As soon as the 36-yard run came out, you really had a feeling.
I knew it was, you know, we always go in thinking it was going to be a tough game, or expecting it to be a tough game, but a lot of us just had this feeling that we weren't going to be surprised if we just smashed them. And then the first play happened, we just rolled on offense. Once you get a lead, especially with this defense, you're not going to win. So after we saw the way they started, we knew we just had to play our game. It was over.
Jason, what about you?
For me, it was in the beginning of the second half. We got those 2 turnovers. Early on in the game, I knew we would be able to play with them, but it's Pittsburgh. It's always a tough game. But when we came out and stung them twice early in the second half, that's when I kind of knew that we were going to kind of roll over them.
I'm glad I got 3 defensive guys with me, and I'm still counting you, BA, as a defensive guy.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? What is that supposed to mean?
Well, I mean, in fairness. Anyway.
What do you mean? No. Let's get to the bottom
Stop
of this.
here.
Go back to
Let's get to the. What do you mean?
You earlier in the show were talking about yourself as a special teams guy.
No, I was saying that I'd love to play more defense because the coach, being a special teams captain, they'd rather have me play all special teams, and whatever you have left, you can put on defense. Where I'd rather play all defense and whatever I have left, play on special teams. But I wouldn't have gotten to the NFL if I couldn't play defense.
I agree. I guess all right.
That's just my role. That's just my role with the Ravens.
I'm backing up.
Special teams is just my role. I wanted to be the best at something that just so happens to be special teams. But
3 defensive guys, your reaction when you saw Jared Johnson's block on Hines Ward?
Dear God. When he hit him on the that shovel pass,
on the boot.
you assumed at that moment. I'm assuming that everyone wants to be the guy, especially when it comes to Heinz Ward. That you all want to be the guy that's leveling that hit.
It was pretty orgasmic hit. It was euphoric. Whatever you want to say. How did you feel, Tommy? Did you see it? You didn't see it till we saw the film, right?
Yeah. I forgot about it though.
How did it make you feel, Tom? Deep down inside.
Well, it was warm and tingly. Definitely.
How about Jason? How did you feel,
It was
Jason?
warm and tingly, but it was pretty cool. Especially right after that, he got that big chemo too. He got chemo in the same play.
Jared Johnson was out there sniping fools. He was, man, he was laying some serious hat. And it's one of those things where you're not really going to see unless you're watching film and replays. But he was out there just destroying everything in sight. He's a great teammate.
Really, what is a film session like when you guys do nothing but good things in a football game?
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Is it really hooting and hollering and things like that?
Oh, that's all it is.
There's all types of noises going on.
There's all types of noises going on at the end of the table.
It's a free-for-all.
Tommy's one of the instigators in the room, too.
Always instigating.
And yesterday, honestly, can you critique yourselves when you play that? I mean, is there still things that you can say, well, we can improve?
Yeah.
We made a lot of mistakes.
Like what?
I mean, it's the first week of the season. The team that you see week 1 isn't going to be the team you see week 16. Just the mistakes that we make and whatnot. The little communication things, like blitzing patterns and coverage things.
If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.